Good morning, everybody. I have not posted a video in a little minute, but I am here today. Today is April 3rd, 2023, baby. Still here, living, breathing, teaching and learning. Anyways, I just made a video on TikTok. I should have came here first, but I just made a video on TikTok, basically talking about the reckless driving and the gun violence in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, because they always talking about Wisconsin, but Wisconsin is big, so you have to talk about Milwaukee. You have to be specific, and that's what the city not doing. Milwaukee, Wisconsin has too much reckless driving, and majority of it is coming from our kids. And I say our because we supposed to be one. We supposed to be a village, you know. When I see your kid, I look at them as my kid because if something happened to them, it could have been my kid, you know. If they make it, that could be my kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about it like that because we a fucking village. But most of us don't look at us like that. We don't look at each other as one. When we see it, when a woman see another woman, she turn her nose up. When a man see another man, he looking over his shoulder. It's just, it's too much. But anyways, so they trying to basically come up with this Assembly Bill 55 law. Basically, Bob Donovan came and had a city meeting with them or whatever, everybody, and they basically discussed the Assembly Bill 55 law they trying to pass it or whatever to stop the reckless driving. But like I just said in my TikTok video, the reckless driving, yes, it's coming from 98% of these kids. 2% is probably an adult, And I'm going to say a lot of them 2% come from other parts of Wisconsin, other little counties and stuff like that. Majority of the reckless driving is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it's 98% of these children. They stealing cars, they wrapping them around poles, they wrapping them around trees, they crashing into houses, they crashing into cars and causing other cars to drive off the road and kill themselves, or causing another car to hit a pole or a tree and kill themselves, or they wrapping their own motherfucking self around poles and trees and killing themselves, or they running for their fucking life because they don't want to be caught. Okay. Besides the stealing cars, they toting guns, they selling drugs, they doing drugs, they shooting these guns. They not just toting them for fun, trying to look like something. They actually killing each other. They killing other teenagers. It's 12 and 13-year-olds out here killing fucking 16 and 17-year-olds, 15-year-olds. These kids is killing the fuck out of each other. Whether it's a gun or a car, they killing each other. And it's like, where is the parent? Y'all trying to pass this law on reckless driving, saying that, oh, well, these people need jail time. You for damn sure they need motherfucking jail time, but the parent do too. The parent do too, honey. Don't keep locking these fucking kids up and y'all letting these parents go to fucking work every day and these kids can't get a fucking education. We got our education. Our mamas is at work. We at work. You think I don't want my son in school? You think I would rather him be in a stolen car? No. No. And if he not at school, I'm not at work. I'm not playing no games, bro. I'm going to get my son off the motherfucking streets. And it's not enough women that's willing to take that extra mile, go that extra measure to save their kid, to keep their kids out the street, to get their kid out the street. It's not just boys, it's little girls too. It's beyond sex and babies. They can't even make it to have sex or have a baby if they out here killing each other. I'm not thinking about teen pregnancy. I'm thinking about motherfucking killing. Teen killings, teen murders, teen homicides. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about no fucking teen pregnancy. That's the least thing that's on my fucking mind when it comes to this fucked up ass world. I got 3 boys. I ain't gotta worry about that shit. I don't have to worry about it. It's something to think about, but it's not nothing to worry about. I have to worry about my son being convinced by a fake ass best friend to get in this car, to hold this gun, to sell these drugs because, oh, you know, our mamas don't do what they did, don't do everything they post. You know, a fucked up kid want to try to convince a stable kid that he's fucked up. No. Nobody is gonna convince my son that he's not taken care of. I'm always up here. I'm always teaching minds. So yours can't come to mine telling them that they ain't being taken care of. So let's go get let's put our money together and let's go get us this. And then we could just flip it and then we can get this. And then, you know, we can go get us some shoes and then we can go steal us an outfit. I'm just saying. Because I know how a lot of y'all kids is. I know how a lot of y'all people's kids is. But anyways, like me rolling my blunt. I'm grown as a bitch. I can do this. Kids can't. Kids is online. Kids is doing all type of shit. Smoking in the camera. They doing too motherfucking much. Too many teen pregnancies. Yo, like I said, that ain't my main focus. But you have to think about that shit too. Because these little girls is getting pregnant by these little boys who think they supposed to be out here stealing cars and toting guns. Like, it's like they trying to wipe our kids the fuck out. On top of that, we already have to deal with domestic violence. Like I said in my TikTok video, how can the police tend to a domestic violence situation if they always chasing after y'all fucking kids in the streets? How the fuck can they tend to a real violation that can't be helped because they out there chasing your fucking kid that you chose not to walk out that door after, that you chose not to follow out that door? Meanwhile, you at work or you at home with your feet kicked up, laid under your nigga, and your motherfucking kid out here either in your car and you acting like they stole it, or they in somebody else's car and you know about it, but you not dealing with that shit. Because that's how a lot of y'all women are. I'm not dealing with that. Y'all don't want to get your other kids taken out. Okay, that's fine and dandy. That's understandable. As a mother, I understand that. But also as a mother, I can never see myself giving up on my kids, bro. I think about that shit all the time. Like, how would it feel if I was to just walk out on my kids, bro? I don't even want to feel it. I can't even picture myself doing it. Every time I think about it, I get sick to my stomach because I can't do it, bro. The thought of them not eating, the thought of them being cold somewhere, the thought of them being slain some motherfucking where, the thought of somebody hurting them in any type of way, even mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually, spiritually. I don't want my kids harmed, bro. I am to protect them at all costs. From the streets, the police, the neighbors, whoever. I'm supposed to protect my kids, bro. And y'all are not protecting y'all kids. Y'all not protecting y'all kids, and y'all putting kids like my kids in danger. Because y'all don't want to deal with y'all kids. Why did you have these babies if you don't want to deal with them? You talking about you got minor kids, so you can't deal with the teenagers. What the fuck you gonna do when this other minor kid or these other minor kids become teenagers? Reckless teenagers. You couldn't control them, so how you gonna control them? What the fuck you gonna do? That's what I be trying to figure out, and that's what I be asking people. If you gave up on this one or two teenagers, you gonna give up on these other 3 kids that's gonna be teenagers together. You know, like, stop giving up on your kid, bro. That is not how you get blessed. You will go through all type of fucking bullshit because of the fucking decisions that you're making. And then later on in life, you want to call them trials and tribulations. No, baby. It was called stupidity. It was called fucking stupidity. You don't put yourself through trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations is things that just come into your life and just fucking happen. And you get through that shit. Shit that just happened and you get through it. Ain't no way you saying you got through a trial and tribulation because you said fuck your kid, allowed them to be in the streets stealing and killing, and then they go to court or they get killed and you got to bury them or you got to pay for their jail time. And then later on, after y'all all overcome that shit, you done went through a trial and tribulations. No, baby. Stop confusing that shit. Stop confusing that shit. That ain't no trial and tribulation. Just because your son or your daughter was on trial don't mean you get to tribute that shit. You was an unfit parent. You was a neglected fucking parent. So that ain't no trial and tribulation because all that shit was a fucking choice. When a motherfucker run up into your home while you in there with your fucking family, sitting there chilling, having a family day or just being y'all, and a motherfucker run up in y'all crib trying to rob y'all and kill y'all, and y'all make it throughout that shit, that's a trial and tribulation. When you go into the motherfucking store and you pumping your gas and one of these kids try to get you for your motherfucking purse and probably take your life in your car and you come back and bounce back off that shit, that's a trial and tribulation. Ain't no trial and tribulation when you saying fuck your kid and letting them be out here in these streets killing people. That ain't no fucking trial and tribulation. So get that shit correct. Get up and get your kid out these fucking streets. The city of Milwaukee need to stop sugarcoating that shit. Stop locking these fucking kids up if you ain't got these motherfucking parents in handcuffs too. It gotta make sense. It gotta make sense. Make it make sense. Steady locking these kids up while these parents happy. Oh yeah, girl. Telling their child whole story to Tom, Dick, and Harry. But not knowing that while you telling everybody the story of your child stealing a car or killing somebody, or now they in jail, now they dead, you telling your child's story whole time, you forgot that you telling them that you unfit. You fucking unfit. Get it together.